Yes, good afternoon. Greetings to all my fellow Americans taking a moment to watch this video. Wall, no wall. It's such a crisis. Or is it just a big fabrication that we're all suffering the end results of the construction or non-construction of this wall? Yeah, I took a stab at this a few moments ago and I dropped the phone. And I don't know if I want it to end that way, so do it again here. I don't know where the Democratic Party is coming from at this point. I mean, let's face facts here first of all. They've done the most miserable job at maintaining the border for the 8 years of the Obama administration than any time in American history, okay? And what they let in, like 8 million to 15 million undocumented people, the country is pretty well being overrun by their efforts. So they don't understand border security. They're not for border security. All their technological or other ideas that don't require the wall fail completely, okay? Now, let's get real about this, people. I mean, sure, talk's cheap, and they can sit there and they can say, oh, we're for border security. Oh, the wall is like barbaric. It's like, I mean, walls are a natural tool of nature's creating diversity. So this world wouldn't even exist without walls. The diversity that surrounds us would not be manifest. Now, this is an artificial one that we're talking about making here. It's not the pristine kind of walls that nature creates, but and therefore we have to apply the philosophical understanding of nature to it to gain the best results. Guaranteed, But you look at these. They show you these sections of the wall, and they're old and rusty, and maybe 12 feet high. That's their favorite thing, 10-foot high wall, 12-foot ladder, And there's these huge, huge Mexican cities in the middle of nowhere on their side of the wall. And our side of the wall, you don't see a single house for miles. There's got to be a reason for that. Because the people on the Mexican side are making money pushing people over that wall right there. That's what that's all about. That's obvious. Now, if they had a nice 30-foot wall there, most of them would have to pack up and go, and it'd be a ghost town. And I think that's what the Democrats are really afraid of, that this president might actually get results. Because he wants results. Where their idea of border security and national defense was to absolutely have no results because they don't want any results. And I think I understand that their whole argument is to get everybody, like Nancy wanted the camera to go away when she was talking to the president the other day. They don't like us to pay attention to what they do in Washington, D.C. This is the one thing I like about this president. He tries to keep the issue visible. Tries very hard to do that all the time with the American public. He tries to keep the government somewhat transparent. Those Democrats, they don't like it. That's a no-no. Nancy's like, can the press go away? Can we go into the back room? Chucky's like acting like a little child that's mentally insane. Can't even look at the president. There's a goofy look on his face. And he's a whole nother issue. I swear Chuck here is trying to be the president of the United States, trying to act bigger and tougher than Trump because he wants to run for president. Calling you out, Chuck. I know you're going for it. I know you're so deceiving about it all. You're going to let your whole party burn each other out and slam each other up against the wall before you even clear your throat and go, well, I think I should be the presidential candidate here. I'm the one that can handle this guy. So you're just trying to boost some kind of secret presidential attempt. I don't know what you're doing, Nancy, in Hawaii and all this other stuff. The House passed the bill. Is this the kind of leader you're going to be? Okay? True, you weren't the leader when they passed it, but it's still the House. They passed the bill. You know, you telling the Senate, walk away from it? I don't know. The whole problem is the laws, though. You know, I mean, the law's a good thing and it exists, okay? It's just not well maintained, not well designed, not well placed, okay? Not unified, not modern technology. You know, there's a lot of things that could be done to improve the border fence. But the laws are the big problem here. Why don't we have a law that if you've come into the country and been deported for committing a criminal offense and then you return, that you get automatically 10 years in jail? Why don't we have a law that if you're like overstaying your visa purposely and intentionally and you've overstayed it for 9 months, then automatic 5 years in jail? Now, if we start having laws like that and showing some backbone in this country that this is not a welcome approach to living here, those numbers are going to greatly be curbed. And another thing I said in the earlier video that I thought was important was that, you know, I think the president should shut down the border partially. I think he should shut it down from Texas all the way up to California. Leave California open for business. I'm sure most of it's coming in and out of Cal. And let that extra amount of third world migration go into California so they get a good taste of what their future is going to be. Let that whole herd be focused right over to California. And I think that's what the Democrats are worried about, that this president will get visible results, that he'll have towns in Texas and in Arizona and New Mexico where they're like, wow, look, all these people like left because there's no more economy here to smuggle drugs and guns and to bring illegal people into the country. And so you take that away, and there's a whole bunch of people on our side running the show for the other side, guaranteed. And they're going to go away. They're going to have to go to like California where nobody's making it that tough for them to run that operation. So I think all those border towns in Texas and, you know, Arizona would feel like a big relief to see a lot of those people that they know are there for no good reasons and just pack up and go somewhere else to do their business. But all the Congress and all the senators, all they're trying to do is, like right now, darken your doorway about this discussion. They, you know, I mean, the Democratic Party is in shambles. 60 people running for president. I'm running for president too, you guys, okay? Just to let you know how out of place you are with that, okay? I mean, come on, give me a break. 60 people and you call yourselves a party? You have no idea what you're doing, and you're like a corral of like angry cats all hissing at each other, trying to hold your corner and rail and part of the pasture and stuff. And I mean, I might as well join that party, okay? Because at least I've been a part of the like radical left since like 1968. And at least I know what the left right now is not the left all about. It's a whole new fabrication on the left. But I'm still thinking that over and still working my way up to it, see if I want to join that cat race. But come on, you got to admit it. It's not a party at all. 60 people considering to run for president in 2020. You're an implosion, collapsation of something that used to be. But the Obama years really created this issue. Let's be honest about it. I mean, Bush tried, Clinton tried, you know, the presidents before, they tried to manage the situation, and you know, they weren't really effective, but they were a lot more effective than the Obama administration ever was about this. My God. The Obama administration's let all kinds of like laws to be passed and decisions to be made without being challenged, and it's a horror show. So the reason they create these discussions is for you and me to like just get fed up and not listen to it anymore, and then they do their little game in secret and make these decisions and spend billions. And there was a guy on TV today, some Democratic talking head saying, Well, the Republicans think the American public are their own personal ATM machine and they can withdraw $5 billion anytime they want for this fall. And I mean, to hear that coming out of the mouth of a Democrat is just really, really, it's like time to put some soap in your mouth, buddy. I mean, you guys have been punching your cards into the U.S. Treasury ATM machine for the past 20 years like there's no tomorrow. Why do you think, I mean, here's the whole problem with the economy, okay? Obama stabilized the economy because he got the Fed to just drop the interest completely. We're giving banks money for free, all right? And now that this president's actually gotten the economy to stand on real economic feet, who's the first that wants the cash right back in? The Fed. They're like, well, we lost a ton with Obama. Let's keep raising the rates here. Get back the money we were giving that guy, This guy's going to, make the gears turn. Let's get our money back, So, when you're on TV, Democrats, and you say, oh, this is Obama's, you are so full of it, okay? Give Mr. Trump 0% interest at the Treasury for 8 years. You'll see us being like 8-9% national production like we were China 10 years ago. So, I don't know. I'm a little fed up with all of you, but this wall thing, it really needs to end, okay? We really need the Congress to lay out the money. I hope the President of the United States stands his ground for however long, because even though it falls on his shoulder to make this decision, the failure to answer that bill that the Congress passed and the failure of the Senate to deal with it, these are things that are pushing it back more on the legislative body, not the president's hand. So I hope everybody understands that. I hope everybody understands that a new replacement border fencing is a good thing, because they show you the old crappy one on TV all the time, and it's not a no-brainer to say, well, that doesn't look like it's doing any good. So let's replace it. Let's do something good for us for a change. Let's be Americans and do the right thing. And let's make some new laws about people doing the wrong thing coming across that border, too. These would be good decisions, I think. Oh, and tell all your congressmen and senators, give the president his $5 billion and anything else he's looking for. Show a little respect here. Good luck there.